The history of Power Rangers movies has been rocky, to say the least. While the first two movies had great to poor results at the box office, they haven't really held up well in terms of quality. MMPR the movie was essentially a bigger budgeted version of Ninja Quest, while Turbo was a poor transition between seasons. The most recent film, Power Rangers, was a box office bomb, despite having a cult following from fans and casuals. The future of Power Rangers movies seemed dim, until Hasbro announced plans for new movies shortly after buying out the franchise. There are no concrete details as of this time for the planned movies, but it's always fun to wonder how they'll play out. Will Hasbro make a sequel or reboot the franchise for the silver screen? I'm JulioCoolio, and today we'll be speculating on the future of Power Rangers movies. You may already know from past videos that I adore the 2017 movie. I love the story, the characters, and essentially how the movie modernized Power Rangers. Tons of people, including me, would absolutely freak out at the news of an official sequel. Judging by the mid-credits scene, we all know that the next movie would introduce the Green Ranger. They could also go ahead with that while developing more on the characters such as Trini. I could also see a sequel introducing the remaining power weapons, Dragon Zord, and more of Zordon's backstory. Sadly, I don't have much to say about a possible sequel due to the chances of it ever happening. As I mentioned, the first movie bombed pretty badly, and while people like me enjoyed it, there was a very vocal majority who felt it was too edgy and loudly proclaimed the ever-infamous "They're ruining my childhood!" While the chances of a sequel are the same chances of a Kiba Ranger being an actual Power Ranger show, at least we could sleep easy at night with a fan script online for what a sequel could be like. I'll leave a link below so you could check it out, but it's a way better follow-up than the graphic novel. This is what I would consider the middle ground option for Hasbro. This type of film is often overlooked in cinema, but a soft reboot is where the continuity of a past movie remains while certain aspects are changed, such as the actors, costumes, or even tone. Let me give some examples. Superman Returns kept in line with the first two Richard Donner movies, but replaced the cast and ignored the third and fourth movies. Batman Forever kept the continuity of the Tim Burton movies, but replaced Michael Keaton with Val Kilmer and lightened the tone of the series. If you want a more recent example though, Thor Ragnarok basically turned the Thor franchise on a complete 180 while keeping in line with the MCU and the previous movies. As said by director Taika Waititi, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, quote, "We basically just destroyed everything that went before. It's what Ragnarok is like. The death of the world and its rebirth. This film is a rebirthing of all those characters. It's like a reboot, but we didn't have a recast." A soft reboot could please people wanting a sequel to the 2017 movie, while keeping in mind those who felt it should have been lighter. You could still continue the story by introducing the Green Ranger, but maybe give a bit more color to the suits and limit the similarities to the Breakfast Club. You can go the route of the second Ninja Turtles movie and introduce more elements and characters from the show, such as Lord Zed, Ernie's Juice Bar, the Communicators, etc. I personally feel this would be the best option for Hasbro, but we both know that there's one more possibility that is way more likely than the others. This is the most obvious option for Hasbro. They're already doing this with the Transformers movies, so there's a huge chance of Power Rangers getting the same treatment. Rebooting the franchise would help fix complaints of the past movie being too dark. The reboot would be more lighthearted and closer to the show, similar to how the Bumblebee movie is going back to the Generation 1 designs of the Transformers. This would also allow Hasbro full creative control, as they normally work with Paramount and not Lionsgate. Plus, they could easily slip in Power Rangers into their upcoming cinematic universe, along with M.A.S.K, G.I. Joe, Micronauts, etc. While this would seem promising, my fear is mainly in the tone. I get wanting to make the movie lighter, but I just hope it doesn't go into Season 1 levels of goofy. As I discussed in my previous video on how Hasbro can fix Power Rangers, the overpromotion of Mighty Morphin causes people to generalize Power Rangers as a dumb action show. since that's the only season that they are presented. Part of the reason I like the 2017 movie is because the filmmakers tried to distance themselves from the campy image everyone has of Power Rangers. While I wouldn't mind a movie that resembles the show more, I just don't want it to feel like an extended episode. I would prefer if the movie was more like Thor Ragnarok, fun but can still be taken pretty seriously. I just hope Hasbro understand what to do with a reboot and get some inspiration from other Power Rangers media, like past seasons, the comics, and even the 2017 movie as a template. But please, above all else, tell Michael Bay to keep his scummy hands away from this movie. He already destroyed 2 franchises. We don't need a third. So those were my thoughts on the future of Power Rangers movies. What did you think? What direction do you want to see Hasbro go with for the movies? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Also make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. And please hit the bell icon since the algorithm is more broken than Megan Fox's acting. I'm Julio, and stay Coolio. Thanks for watching, and may the power protect you.